my sister, my queen, you need to see this because, oh my goodness, this is toxic, dude. This is really toxic. All right. Let's just start with your boundary, Fräulein. Your boundary initially was no orgasms, no orgasms without permission or supervision. That was your initial boundary. And what did he do? Didn't honor it, didn't respect it. So now that's no longer your boundary. He got you to go back on your boundary. Now your boundary is, I don't want him masturbating chronically. It went from no orgasms without permission to no excessive masturbation. That's your boundary. And why is that your boundary? Because it takes the heat out of it for you. You don't feel desired because he's already, gotten off 4 times. If you can't honor a boundary, why bother with a relationship? So your initial boundary was, I don't want you doing this at all. I don't want any orgasms without permission or supervision. And the fact that you said without permission or supervision, this tells me that even early on, you knew there was a problem here, where you felt you had to supervise. You had to watch his back, so to speak, to make sure he wasn't doing anything shady. That's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag. Early on in your relationship, you said that. And now you just want to feel wanted only around this issue. Stop it with the fucking gaslighting. Oh my God. We are talking about this issue. And do you see, this is the 3rd time. I haven't even gotten to the examples yet, Fräulein. We are all, not just me, we're all seeing toxicity and red flags around this issue. And this is the 3rd time you've gaslit yourself about this. Girl. Red fucking flag, girl. Oh, okay. So let's get back to this. So you have this boundary now. I don't want him to excessively masturbate. It's making me feel unwanted. It's taking the heat out of it. I feel cheated out of a good sexual experience. Okay? I feel disconnected. All these are very, very valid. Very valid. And to your feelings of wanting a good, connected, feisty sexual experience where you feel wanted and pursued by your partner, which you fucking should, this is how he's responded to you. I don't use porn to get off. It just primes my fantasy engine. You're uncomfortable with porn. You're uncomfortable with the excessive masturbation. And what does he do? He doesn't stop the porn. He doesn't stop the masturbating. He says, I don't use porn to get off. Silly woman. I'm just priming my fantasy engine. Gaslighting. Number 2, me masturbating 2 to 4 times a day is a self-care action. No, it's fucking not. It's a selfish fucking action. Not self-care. Self-care is you fucking get out of bed, wash your face, brush your teeth, make yourself some fucking breakfast and go to work. That's fucking self-care. But remember what we say, we've said this a few times now, when we give a dysfunction a virtuous name, we empower the dysfunction. That's what's happening right now, Fräulein. This is a dysfunction. But he's labeling his dysfunction, his porn addiction, by a virtuous name, aka self-care. So what are we doing? We're empowering the dysfunction. That's what's happening. Let me say that again. When we give dysfunction a virtuous name, we empower the dysfunction. That is what's happening. This is not self-care. This is porn addiction. And he's gaslighting you. 3rd example of gaslighting. Masturbating 2 to 4 times a day makes me feel good about myself. Oh, so now if you set this boundary, you are taking away something that makes him feel good about himself. Of course it makes him feel good about himself. Because he can get whatever fucking fantasy he wants at the click of a button without any accountability, without any investment, without caring about a woman's pleasure, of course it makes him feel good about himself. Of course it makes him feel good about himself. It makes him feel powerful and in control, and he doesn't have to be selfless or present or empathic or emotionally intelligent or learn how to seduce a woman or learn how to woo a woman. No, he doesn't need to do any of that. He gets what he wants, when he wants it, how he wants it, which, by the way, is the mentality of a rapist. Okay? So, next point. I often think of us when I masturbate. So now, well, it's okay for me to masturbate because I'm thinking about you, darling. I cannot roll my eyes hard enough. They might get stuck in the back of my head. Yeah, he didn't even say all the time. At least he's being honest about that. I often, not all the time. If he was trying to really get out of it, it would have been, oh, darling, you are the only thing I think of once my fantasy engine has been primed. Give me a fucking break. Okay? I often think of us when I masturbate. No. Okay. Oh, so then she sets a boundary. She tries to have a conversation. Hey, I don't like this. This is making me feel kind of cheated. And like the heat is being taken out of this. And I feel uncomfortable with this. She has that conversation with him. That's what she said. We talked about it. And what did he say in response to her? Well, my sexual habits aren't a problem because I'm willing to give you what you want whenever you ask for it. That is the level of disgusting gaslighting going on. She says, I feel bad. This is making me feel insecure, unwanted. I don't like this. Your sexual habits are triggering and we need to talk about this. And what does he go? No consideration, no honor, no respect, no empathy whatsoever. It's gaslighting and minimization. Oh, it's okay. I don't know what you're talking about, honey. My sexual habits are not a problem. I'm willing to give you what you want whenever you ask for it. Except he's not. Because what Fräulein is actually asking for is attention and pursuit and heat. And he's so masturbated out that he can't fucking give that to her. I actually, like last week, brought up something to Mr. B, something that I'm thinking about, a perspective, something that I'm wanting. Okay, not even a hard limit. Nothing like that. Just a desire, a perspective. And by the end of that conversation, he goes, okay, well then how about you do this? And he told me something that he would find helpful to help me get what I'm asking for. And together we created a strategy on how to do that. One conversation. Okay? One conversation. Why? He loves me. He values me. He respects me. He honors me. Okay? A man who is responding to your requests, your insecurities, your needs, your wants like this is a man that is choosing himself over you. He's choosing himself over you. And it's heartbreaking to see. And all of you are saying the same thing. I didn't even jump into all of this. All of you were just as feisty, seeing the patterns. And so, Fräulein, I think I can speak for all of us here. None of us were trying to be savage, especially with you. But we fucking love you.